Good morning, Mon Petit. We are starting the vlog this morning with a bit of a car vlog because I am up and out this morning. We have really exciting plans. I mean, huge news. We're going to a garden centre. I honestly feel like I just live at the garden centre at the moment, but especially now that the weather has really hotted up, which, by the way, is hotted up a phrase? Is that a real phrase? Because I feel like that's something I've definitely heard before. And I said it to Alex the other day. I was like, oh, the weather has just hotted up so much. And he looked at me and went, hotted up? I don't think that's a word. I was like, surely it is. It's because you wouldn't say it's heated up. Heaten up? Maybe you would. Let me know. Is that a word? Was that something that you would say, or is that something you've never heard before in your life? But it is very warm at the moment, and all I want to do is be out in the garden adding beautiful new plants to our little cottage garden and just keep adding little bits here and there. I am just loving being out in the garden at the moment. So we're actually heading to another new garden centre. I'm also enjoying exploring new garden centres and going places I've never been before. So I'm en route to go and pick up my sister G because there's a new garden centre that she discovered in Lymington that she said to me, we need to go here because they supposedly have an amazing collection of roses. And I'm looking to add a rose into the garden. I am just loving roses at the moment. I've been doing a lot of research about them, and they're a plant that I feel like is really missing in our garden. I mean, I feel like I have an abundance of hydrangeas now. We've obviously got the gorgeous like cottage garden flowers like lupins, we've got foxgloves, we've got alliums, we've got lavender, salvia, but I really want to create something that's going to like grow up the side of the house. I think that would look so beautiful. So we're going to go and have a look at the garden centre and see if we get inspired by anything else whilst we're there. So it's in Lymington and it's called Otter Garden Centres, I believe. It's supposed to be huge. So I'm really looking forward to it this morning. So I'm just dressed in a lovely little linen shirt. I don't think this is linen actually, I think this is cotton. Little blue striped cotton shirt, which is one of my favourite things to wear on a day like today when it's just a very low effort, minimal makeup kind of a day. Hair is half up, half down. Got my little linear earrings on, which I love these earrings because they don't feel like I'm wearing anything in my ears, but I feel like they just elevate the outfit. You know what I say when it comes to trying to look pulled together without having to make too much of an effort. You just need 2 out of 3 things. So if it's not hair, jewellery and makeup is what we need. So I just got minimal makeup on today, my little Ray-Ban sunglasses, and we should have a lovely morning out at the garden centre. I need to turn the aircon on because I'm getting really hot sitting here talking to you. So let's get going. We have arrived. I'm very excited to head inside. I cannot tell you how huge this looks. So let's have a little look what we've got in the garden centre. This is the content you've come to follow me for. Gardening shoes. But oh my goodness, I cannot believe the price of these gardening shoes. And I've spoken about these cloggies a lot, but they are the comfiest ones to slip on and off. I like the green ones. They're my absolute favourites, but they actually have like a bit of padding underneath. So we keep these ones by the back door, but they also come in blue and pink. I might actually pick up Alex a pair in blue because he's currently been wearing Crocs and obviously they have holes in. So it means that he ends up getting mud in his shoes. Let's see if they've got his size. I think I might get him a pair of these. I was just having a little look in the herb section and I have just come across something I've never seen in a garden centre in my life. Mint chocolate. Oh my goodness, do I need to get this because I've never seen mint chocolate before. What does it smell like? I mean, it just smells like mint, to tell you the honest truth. But mint chocolate, oh my goodness. Well, this display is rather on theme for me. I don't know if you can see these trays here of the giant lemons. How fun is that? Oh, it's plastic. Oh, that's so clever. That's so perfect for like outdoor hosting. They've got the cutest little setup over here, created like a little kind of Italiano scape, which these pots are really giving me like Italian vibes. They are so gorgeous. I absolutely love this setup. Oh my goodness me. They have the best collection of roses I think I have ever seen. I mean, look at this one. Is this not the most snow white rose you have ever seen? It's so perfect and so vibrantly red. But I am looking for some beautiful pink roses to add into the garden. I love this one here. This is so beautiful and it looks quite established as well. The agapantha is blooming and looking absolutely beautiful. I love the blue here, and then we've got the most beautiful white agapantha as well. I was saying the other day about hydrangeas being a universal indicator, so they must have used so much alkaline feed to get this really vibrant bluey purple colour. Look at how amazing these look. I think especially paired together, it's just given such an amazing effect. Oh my goodness me, now that is an awning and a half. Look at the structure. If you really wanted to go for that Grecian vibe, I feel like this is what you need in your garden. Oh my goodness, look at the colour of these dahlias. They are just so deep and rich and red. Wow, they are beautiful. Well, it is safe to say that that was a rather successful garden centre visit. I may be the proud owner of a new rose, a new climbing rose. Actually, it wasn't the one that I showed you when we were at the garden centre, because I realised that was a shrub rose and I want something that's going to climb up the side of the house. We're potentially going to put up a trellis on the wall and then we can let it climb, and I'm just so excited to kind of break up the brick a little bit because there's a lot of brick on the side of the house. I did pick up the cloggies for Alex. Look how big his feet are. Can we just appreciate that size difference? Oh my goodness me, but I got the blue ones for him so that we can kind of differentiate. I mean, not that we need differentiating because literally mine are about this and his are so massive. And we also may have stopped at a local little antiques dealer on the way home. I didn't show you that because I do find, especially with antiques shopping, it's not the most aesthetic thing in the world. And I know a lot of you guys love the garden centre visits, and like I can show you little clips of like the plants that are there. It's not the most aesthetic thing. It's not like you're shopping in Dior or anything, but it's not, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's a challenge to find things. One thing I will say about antique shopping is that things are not laid out aesthetically, and if you want to go somewhere where it's laid out aesthetically, you're probably best off either maybe shopping online or like going to these kind of like more, what's the word, like bespoke antiques dealers. Whereas if you're going to an antique store, it's usually kind of like a jumble sale there, and it very much is like you're looking for the diamond in the rough, which I feel like I'm quite good at doing now. I can spot things, and I did actually spot a couple of things that can go in the garden, which I'm really, really excited about. One of which was so well hidden. It was like at the back of the back, and I had to kind of get a member of staff to come out and help me. It is a beautiful big urn to put the rose in. And I'm so excited because it really reminds me of the kind of thing that you see at places like Limewood House, places like Chewton Glen. It's so old and rustic and beautiful, and I think it's going to be the perfect addition to pot up the rose. So I'm so happy about our kind of progress today, about our purchases today. It's been a very good garden shopping day. So before we head outside and I get completely lost in my gardening, a delivery arrived whilst I was out this morning that I am so excited about. It's from 6 Stories, and this is, I think it's safe to say, the bridal brand out there. They have so many gorgeous pieces. In fact, this is where I believe the cute little like bag that we got gifted from the Bobbi Brown event. If you remember, right at the beginning of Everyday May, I went for a gorgeous afternoon tea with Bobbi Brown and they gifted us. Let me go and get it because it's so cute. This is the one that I am talking about, that they very, very kindly sent us away with it from the Bobbi Brown event, and it was a bridal event. So this is definitely a cute little bridal bag to add into your collection. I think this would be so gorgeous for your bridesmaids because it is your something blue. So this is from 6 Stories, and this is my kind of first introduction to the brand. So it's this gorgeous little bag which I love, and I feel like it looks better when there's actually like things inside of it. Let me put my glasses and my phone inside just so that you can just see what it looks like when there's actually things inside, but it just kind of loops through like this, and it is such a cute little bridal bag. I mean, how adorable is that? They also have a few different colors, I believe, so I'll leave that linked down below if you do want to shop it. But this is my first introduction to 6 Stories, and it kind of made me fall in love with the brand because the quality is just so perfect. And oh my goodness me, the pieces that they have on there, if you know someone who's getting married, if you're getting married yourself, you need to check them out because it is safe to say that this is probably the most exciting bridal unboxing I am ever going to do. They have so many gorgeous pieces on their website, from like accessories to like bridesmaids gifts to obviously things for the bride, and I placed a rather large bridal order, so let me show you what I picked up. It's actually so fitting that I went to the garden centre with G this morning because she is actually getting married this year, and as maid of honour I have been planning her hen do, which is coming up very, very soon now. So the first thing that I ordered is something that I'm going to make my sister wear on her hen do, and I think she's going to hate me for it, but I think she's also going to love it. It is this cowboy hat. I mean, how fun is this? It's a white cowboy hat with a veil, and the most insane rhinestone pearl attachment that says bride on it, which I just think is so fun. I mean, this is just the epitome of like hen do attire. If you don't know what a hen do is, by the way, it's like a bachelor party here in the UK. We're just doing something fairly low-key, just like quite locally for my sister. I'm really undecided what I want to do for my hen do, because I'm not really the kind of girl that like swans off to Ibiza for a week and goes drinking with her friends for like 5 days straight. I love something just like really low-key, something very like granny-ish. I'm thinking just like afternoon tea at Limewood House would literally be my favorite kind of hen do, but I got this for her to wear and I just think it's so fab. So if you're looking for like hen do outfits, hen do accessories, definitely check out Six Stories. They have so many great pieces on there. Now these pieces are for myself because obviously, despite the fact that she's getting married first, I am still a wifey to be, and they have so many cute little wifey pieces on their website, which I absolutely love. I feel like this would make such a great engagement gift for someone, or like wedding gift for someone, if they are just very excited like I am to be a wifey. To be fair, the most exciting thing I was excited to be was a fiance, and now it's almost like, oh my gosh, yeah, I get to be a wife after that. Like, that's so cool. So I saw this little cap and I fell in love with it, and especially as I've been doing my gardening, I have been wearing caps more and more. I'm not normally much of a cap girl. I am a hat girl, but not normally a cap girl. I feel like I'm just not really cool enough to pull them off, but they're so handy when it comes to gardening, because I get all these little like baby hairs that end up falling in my face, and I just want to like keep the sun off my face, keep the hair off my face, and keep my scalp protected. And I love the colouring of this. It's like beautiful beige with a really intricate little embroidered wifey on it. I just think this is so cute. Again, could definitely be something to wear on your hen do if you are going away, or if it's like a travel outfit. I think this would be so cute. And I'm not gonna lie, I fell down a little bit of a wifey rabbit hole. So when I saw this jumper, I knew I had to pick it up. I got it in a large because I wanted it to be super oversized, the kind of thing that I can wear to my yoga and Pilates class, that I can wear to the club, to the gym, that I can just chuck on and off whenever I need to. And oh my gosh, it is so soft. Although I am looking at it thinking maybe I could have gone for a medium, because it is rather oversized. I checked the reviews and a few reviews said that they wish they'd sized it up, so I did, and it's looking rather large. But you know what, I like a jumper that's really big like this, because you can just sling it on and not have to worry at all. So again, it's that beautiful like beige tone with the stunning embroidered wife detail written into it, which I just absolutely love. I think wifey is one of the cutest things to ever call yourself, like wifey for life. I just love it. I then picked up the zip version as well, which I absolutely love. Again, I think this would be great if you are going on a hen do abroad, because for like your travel outfit, your airplane outfit, this would be fab. So it just has the little Six Stories logo on the side, and then it actually has wifey written on the back, which I just think is so cute. Again, it's like a yoga outfit. I absolutely love. I picked this up in a large again, and actually I think size wise it's going to be oversized but super comfy. So I love the little half zip detailing on it. I feel like a half zip is very in at the moment, especially when it comes to like gym attire, something you just want to chuck on and off whenever you're going to the club. And I just love the colouring of this. Such a beautiful beigey tone. And then lastly, we can't leave the gents out of this, and this is what I love that Six Stories does, because they have a whole section for the boys. And when I saw this, I just had to pick it up for Alex. It says on it, hubby. How cute is that? Oh my goodness me, I love the beige tone of this. He doesn't actually have any hoodies like this, and Alex is a hoodie guy. I am not a hoodie girl. I'd much rather wear either a half zip or like a crew neck jumper. Alex is a hoodie boy through and through, which you're probably not going to be surprised at me saying that, because I swear in almost every Chef Alex little clip I do, he's wearing his favorite hoodie, little black hoodie. It's got this little like logo on the side, which he absolutely loves. So I thought this would be a cute one to add into his collection, because he doesn't have anything in this colorway. I don't want to like unfold it because I want to give it to him looking really nice and pristine, but I just thought this would be such a cute little gift. It's such a shame that our engagement anniversary has passed, because this would have been a really sweet gift to give him on our engagement anniversary. That would have been so cute. But I can maybe save that for his birthday in August, or maybe I just give it to him now, because I just think it's so sweet. And especially being able to like wear our jumper and our hoodie side by side, wifey, hubby. Oh my goodness me, my heart is soaring. I think this is just the cutest thing in the world. So I'll leave a little link to Six Stories down below if you do want to check it out. If you know anyone that's been getting engaged, if you've got engaged yourself, you want to treat yourself to some like beautiful little engagement outfits, kind of like wifey for lifey type things, or any like bridesmaids gifts as well, it is such a great place to check out. So I want to do a little bit of an unboxing with you, a bit of a bridal unboxing that I am just so in love with. Before I know I'm gonna lose myself in the garden. So I'm gonna head outside and get potting up my new rose, which I cannot wait to show you. And I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the evening having a lovely time outside. Let me put my cap on actually, because that's gonna protect my scalp really nicely from the sun. And I just love the like style of it. It goes so well with this jumper. I need to fix my hair before I put this on, but I can wear my new cap, I can potter out outside, get my new plants potted up and enjoy a lovely evening out in the garden. Good morning, Mon Petit. It is the next day now after the loveliest evening out in the garden last night. I don't know about you, but I feel like this always happens in July, particularly like just after the summer solstice, when the sun doesn't actually set until literally after my bedtime, which I know sounds so ridiculous, but I tend to head to bed anywhere between 9 and 10 o'clock is usually my bedtime. Half 9, I feel like it's like my sweet spot. I like to be in bed, tucked up, getting cozy by 10 p.m. It is still light outside, and in the winter, I feel like, you know, you've been inside for ages, you're watching films, you're getting cozy, you've had your dinner at maybe like 6, 7 o'clock and you're very much ready for bed by 9, 10 o'clock. I was out in the garden until literally 8:30 yesterday, and I did not realise the time until Alex came and said to me, like, I know the garden's looking amazing, but do you maybe want to come in and start getting ready for bed? And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it, because it being so light so late, it just makes me lose track. But I do love that about summer, because I just feel like you get so much more of your day. Like, you just get so much more of the day to actually like do things and play about and potter in the garden, and just, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to show you my new rose. I feel like this shirt is actually very appropriate today. The new floral shirt. This is from Sezane, and speaking of, I actually have a new little Sezane delivery to show you. This is a bit of a new in Sezane jewellery haul, because if there is one brand that I feel like has stolen my heart with regards to jewellery and actually taught me to have a lot more fun with my pieces, it is Sezane. And I was on there the other day and they just had so many gorgeous jewellery bits. I may have gone a little bit nuts. So I have quite a few pieces that I wanted to show you and kind of style up together. I feel like it's very appropriate that I've got my hair up today, so you can actually see the pieces, because as I keep saying, whenever it comes to like styling my outfits, like I really haven't been loving my hair recently. I think because I am growing it out, it's just quite an awkward length, so I've kind of not been styling it as much. I've been chucking it up or like doing a half up, half down, and I feel like the jewellery that I wear when I do my hair like that can literally make or break my outfit. Like, I feel like I look really plain and boring right now, and I don't really look like I've styled up an outfit, but as soon as I add the jewellery to this look, it's gonna look so stylized and so perfect for summer. So let me show you some new in bits from Sezane that I'm gonna be adding into my jewellery collection this summer. Can we just take a minute for this packaging? I could not be more in love with the boxes that these pieces have come from. I'm not joking when I said that this is quite the haul as well. We have not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 new pieces to add into our jewellery collection. But look at the toile de jouy on these boxes. This is very Nancy Myers inspired. I absolutely love it. I feel like these would be so beautiful to like reuse maybe in your bedroom or something. I feel like you could put maybe the jewellery that you've been wearing that day, because you could just use the open box as well. And I also love that they always come up with the little pouch. So I actually save these pouches because I like to use them for travel. They're really, really handy whenever it comes to travel, and I can feel what this is. Now, this is something that I've actually not shop before at Sezane. This is a new bracelet, and when I saw this, or it's probably safe to say it's not a bracelet, more of a bangle. When I saw this, I just fell in love. Look at how big and chunky this is. It's like a double layered bangle, and I just loved the fact that it kind of looks like you're wearing 2 bangles in one. I love it when my jewellery kind of like crisscrosses over each other, but obviously it's really hard to create that effect with actually 2 pieces that will go over each other, because they'll always move, they'll always like hit into each other, whereas this is just so beautiful, and I just absolutely love it. I feel like often it's those pieces that are just really simple and understated that make the biggest impact and like make the biggest kind of effect with regards to your jewellery pieces. I also love the fact that because it's a bangle, you can obviously push it smaller if it is too small for you, or make it a little bit bigger, so it makes it really easy to get on and off. And I just feel like styled up for summer, I could wear this with so many other pieces, or it looks beautiful by itself. Let's see what's behind door number 2. It literally feels like I'm on a game of Deal or No Deal opening these boxes. But how beautiful is the toile de jouy on this packaging as well? The green is so, so beautiful. I love like the botanical vibe. Honestly, I don't know what to do with all these pouches. I have so many in my collection now, but these earrings, you are not ready for these earrings. They're going to pair so beautifully with this bracelet as well. Oh my goodness, they're tangled together. How do I get them apart? Okay, I'm gonna actually have to work out how to put these on, because these are less of an earring and more of an ear cuff, and I don't have anything in my collection like this. So I believe, does it loop around like this? I'm gonna have to look into how I actually do this. I was literally here for about 10 minutes trying to work out how to get these on, and I realized I was putting them in the wrong ear. So there is a correct ear to put these onto, like they are designed for your right ear and your left ear. I had to literally look up the image on Sezane to see how the model was wearing them, but how cool are these? If you're a girl who doesn't have your ears pierced, it's gonna be so difficult to find like beautiful but comfortable earrings. I know a lot of you guys that loved the clip-on earrings that I showed in my last Sezane jewellery haul, and I think a lot of you are going to love these. I mean, how cool do they look? They're like big chunky hoop is absolutely amazing. I love the fact that it's more of like a cuff, so it comes around the back of your ear and it almost looks like it's like intertwined within your ear. I know that sounds really weird, but I'm sure a lot of you are going to get what I mean when I say that. And I feel like with some beautiful, like I think with this one, your head down might look a little bit better, and like then your hair can almost like come into your earrings. Do you know what would be so cool is if you have curly hair, because then it would literally look like the curls of your hair are matching at the curls on the ear cuffs. I could not be more in love with them. I mean, how cool do they look? Oh, they are just not like anything else I have in my collection. I have just taken them out though, because I do have another pair to show you, and I do feel like Sezane is the brand for me that literally taught me how to wear statement earrings. I was never really much of a statement earring girl before I discovered Sezane's earrings, and I will leave a link to their earrings down below because they have so many gorgeous statement pieces, including this beautiful new edition. I mean, look at these. Are they not just the most fun thing to add into your wardrobe this summer? I feel like you can just style them for so many different occasions. I love that they're like a hoop, but in quite a different way, and that like metallic detailing to it. Again, they're super lightweight. I feel like that's what Sezane are just so well known for, their earrings being really big in statement, but not chunky or heavy. Oh my gosh, how fun are they? I love how they look, especially when I've got my hair done back like this. It just adds so much interest to the look, and it just makes you look so put together. I feel like if you work in an office, statement earrings are almost like the go-to, because you can just chuck your hair up in any way that you want, add a pair of statement earrings, and you're like office ready, girl boss ready. Any events or occasions that you've got coming up, this is just how I be styling them and how I want to be wearing them. I love how they look. I especially love how well they pair together with the bangle. I feel like that's exactly what I love about my jewellery, is when it just pairs so beautifully together and just really comes together. It like brings the whole look in. And lastly, the most beautiful gold chain necklace I think I have ever laid my eyes on. How stunning is this? I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been really enjoying adding gold chain necklaces into my collection, because I feel like they really create that like foundation with regards to your jewellery styling, and you can really layer up from there. But so many of the ones that I have are very chunky. They're quite a lot, and obviously being such a petite girl, I really want my jewellery to just be like super dainty. I want it to be super elegant, and I feel like because of the fact that these hoops are just like so, they're like quite big hoops and very dainty golds kind of detailing to it, it doesn't look too much. Now I wouldn't normally style a gold chain with a neckline like this. This to me is a little bit like Mr. T, but just to kind of show you what the necklace looks like on, it is so beautiful. I feel like this would pair so well with like a high collar, a crew neck, any of my beautiful summery dresses, and anything that I wanted to layer up with it. Pearls would work so well, diamonds would work so well. I just feel like this is the kind of thing that you can layer and wear so many different pieces in. So I wouldn't normally wear it with a neckline like this, because I just feel like the kind of roundness of the neck of the chain doesn't really work with the kind of like triangle style of the collar, but just so that you can see what the necklace looks like on. I'm so obsessed with the earrings. I think these may be my favorite piece from the haul. I feel like Sezane is dangerous at the moment. They've got so many gorgeous pieces in for summer, and I just keep being drawn to so many bits, whether that's their accessories, whether that's the clothing items, the bags that they've got on there. Don't get me started on their straw handbags. They are beautiful. But I need to head downstairs because I want to show you the hard work that I did yesterday. My new rose potted up and in her place, and the difference that she makes in the garden. I could not be happier. Well, would you look at that sunshine? Oh my goodness me, it is so warm out here in the garden. We've got a little bit of a summer breeze, which always makes me so happy, and it is a blue sky day. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm just gonna want to spend the rest of the afternoon out here in the garden, especially now that my new rose has been potted up. So here she is in all of her glory, my new addition into the cottage garden, and I could not be happier with how she looks. This is exactly where I wanted to place her. It's where I'd been kind of envisioning putting a beautiful climbing rose, and I really wanted something to climb up this wall here because there's a lot of brick at the back of our house, which is very cottage vibes. Like, I know a lot of cottages are similar to this, they have a lot of brick, but I just think softening it with some beautiful florals just makes such a difference. That's why I've been adding a few accessories already. So we've obviously got my beautiful garden mirror that I got for my birthday, which I love the fact that it reflects like the light, it reflects the sky, it reflects the lawn. I absolutely adore that. And then we've also got this little pot here, and I've got my barometer up there, which I love because it tells you the temperature as well as the time, which is super handy to have. Actually, we don't have a clock in the kitchen, and constantly we're having to turn to each other like, do you know the time? Do you know what time it is? Especially when you're cooking and stuff. So I always feel like it's so lovely to have a clock so you know exactly what time it is. As you can see, it's just gone at midday, so we're getting the beautiful midday sun here on the terrace, and she is looking beautiful. So I knew I really wanted to get like a climber going up here, and I looked into quite a few different climbers. I was debating whether to go for a jasmine or a rose. We already have honeysuckle in the garden. We've got a really established honeysuckle. We've actually got a second honeysuckle, which I'll show you in a minute, that I'll tell you the truth, we didn't know that we had, which is really lovely to have discovered. So I was debating between a jasmine and a rose, and actually I thought I wanted something a little bit slower climbing because I want her to kind of fill out more than to go up. So I thought a rose would work really, really well here. So I'm going to ask Alex if he can get me out a trellis and attach that to the wall so that she can grow really beautifully. Obviously, she doesn't need it just yet. She's not quite tall enough, but as soon as she starts getting a little bit taller, I'm going to need to attach her to the wall to allow her to grow up. And the pot, oh my goodness me, the pot just looks so beautiful. When I saw this at the antique centre, I audibly gasped. This is exactly what I was hoping for and what I've been looking for. I think I've mentioned before, but I'm really not feeling my like green tubs anymore, and I'm really wanting to add a bit more kind of antique styling with regards to my pots, like big urns, big old pots are just my absolute favorite. Obviously I'm still going to use the tubs for now because I'm not going to be wasteful with regards to my pots, but just with what I'm adding in now and what I may be replacing pieces with, I want them to be a little bit more aged, a bit more antique, and a little bit more vintage. And this is exactly what this pot was. In fact, this is actually a solid concrete pot. I needed to ask 2 members of staff to help us carry it into the car. Thank goodness Alex is so strong. He managed to get it out of the car all by himself and bring it into the garden for me, so I was able to pot up the rose last night, and it was quite easy pot actually. I've been reading up a lot about roses, and they say that when you pot them up to not disturb the soil. So she's gone in there, and I feel like she looks so dwarfed by the pot, but hopefully she'll fill it out really, really quickly. She's going to grow beautifully. I'll be sure to give her lots of water. I've already given her a lot of water already, but I can't get over these petals. I mean, how beautiful are these roses? They're like a candy floss pink. So she is a New Dawn climbing rose, and I love that. I love that her name's New Dawn. I feel like I need to call her Dawny. Needs to be her nickname because she is her own person, isn't she? She has her own character. We've got quite a few already, and then a few more buds that look like they're going to come. I need to look up into how much I need to kind of like trim her and deadhead her because I don't want to cut off any of these blooms. They just look so, so beautiful. So let me take a step back so you can kind of see the full impact of the patio area, because this is just making me so happy. This is exactly what I was envisioning from this area. I think I've mentioned before, but it's almost like we've got different zones in the garden. We've got kind of like a seating area over there, like the eatery area over here, border that kind of comes up to the shed, which this will be all changing at some point in the distant future. And then obviously we've got my kitchen garden over here. So I knew I wanted this to be a little bit more of like a kind of seating area, a chill out zone, and especially because this area actually gets the sun all day, every day. It's so sunny on this patio, which I'm so, so grateful for, because it just means that we get to enjoy it at all times of day. So I can get my parasol out if it is a little bit too sunny. I can sit underneath there if I'm wanting to like work and get a little bit of shade, but it's so lovely to get the sun all the time. So we've got our beautiful garden furniture, our garden stove, which I would definitely recommend picking up something like this. They're actually quite affordable. I'll link a few different versions that I found down below because they're so perfect just to sit and chill and relax. And I just love how this area looks. I feel like the accessories are what makes this area as well. I love my pots, my beautiful hydrangeas. We've got my gorgeous little olive trees over here, and obviously the new addition of the rose. I feel like pots just make that kind of garden patio area. They make such a big difference, and I can't wait for my border to start growing in and filling up. And oh my goodness me, I feel like we need to just take a little moment and think about what this is going to look like in a year's time as well. It's also so nice nice to have things that bloom at different times. So obviously we've got the roses that are blooming now. I mean, the olive trees are evergreen, and then the hydrangeas will be coming out in the next few weeks, which is very, very exciting. So my gorgeous new addition, my new rose, added into the kitchen garden, little Dawny sitting there looking beautiful. I could not be happier with her. So down at the bottom of the garden now, which is an area that I feel like you've not really seen a lot of. You only kind of see it in like the back of like images. You only see it because obviously it looks out onto the garden, but it's an area that we haven't done a lot to yet because the plans that we have for this are gonna take a long time. We have big plans for this location. I don't know if you can hear it. This is actually the breeziest area. I think it's because it's a little bit more elevated, so we think this would be such a lovely zone to really make the most of. So we've got some really, really big plans which we know are going to take a really long time. They're not going to be a quick fix kind of a thing. Like, it's not going to be a one weekend job. It's going to be months of hard work. So we're kind of putting that off for this summer because we do want to just enjoy the garden whilst we can. We don't want to be constantly doing things to the garden, like constantly giving ourselves work. So we kind of left this area for now, but this is an area that we discovered. We have a second honeysuckle. So as you know, we've got the really mature one by the kitchen door, which is so fragrant and so lovely. Well, we also have a second one that started growing up. Now, when this first started coming up, I was really worried it was going to be bindweed, but there's this amazing feature on Google now where you don't need the picture at this app anymore. You can just take a photo and it will tell you what it is. And I don't know if you can see, but we did actually have some flowers growing in, and that's when I kind of suspected, okay, I don't think this is bindweed. I think this might actually be honeysuckle, and I was correct. Can you see the flowers down there? So when I was at the garden centre yesterday, when we popped by the antiques store, I spotted this beautiful obelisk. So it's actually a folding climber, so this folds up really, really small if you want it to. And I just fell in love with it. I thought it was so beautiful. I love the fact that because it's silver, it really stands out. Like, I wanted this to be much more of like a feature in the garden, and I thought it would be the perfect thing for the honeysuckle to start growing around. I have started trying to climb it round, started trying to train it. I think I'm going to need to get some more twine, some more garden twine, just to kind of help it grow around a little bit. It'd be so amazing if this just really filled out on this obelisk and just took over. I just thought it was so beautiful. I loved the like trellis detail that ran around it, and then I also loved the detailing on the top, and I just thought this was such a gorgeous little addition and a really lovely way to display the honeysuckle rather than just doing kind of like a basic trellis or growing it up along the fence. I thought this just made such a feature, and the fact that this is antique as well, oh, it just makes me so happy. Do you know what also makes me so happy is seeing my hydrangeas coming into bloom. So this is actually a plant that we inherited with the house. So I had no idea what colour this was going to be, and you can probably see that it was never really well shaped. She's not really got much of a shape to her. She's kind of just been left to grow however she wanted to. So I think next year I'm going to have to really cut her back and train her to grow a little bit more shapely. But look at this beautiful pink candy floss flower growing up. How stunning is she? Can you take hydrangeas as a cutting? Because I would love to create some bouquets with these hydrangeas when they come out into a little bit more flower. But it's so lovely to see a much more mature plant that I inherited, that I didn't know exactly what colour it was. It's just so lovely to see her coming into bloom. And then the last update to show you is actually in the kitchen garden. Another thing that I decided to pick up that I really wanted to grow is some mange too. I thought it would just be such a lovely one to grow, so I got a couple of little climbers. I had this little like veg trug already that I thought that I could grow her up. This is something that I think is so important to kind of like show you guys, is that you don't have to have the biggest space in the world to grow veg in your garden. I know I always see so many things online on Instagram of like the biggest kitchen gardens ever, and actually you can do it in a small space. You don't even need a full-on cold frame or a full-on veg truck. You can do pots, you can do little trugs, you can do urns. Like, you can grow in whatever space you have, and I think it's so important to show that. So another new little addition, some mange too, which I'm hoping are going to be absolutely delicious. You know how much I love harvesting our own fruit and veg, so hopefully we'll be able to enjoy those this summer as well. See, that's the dangerous thing about garden updates. I have actually just been outside pottering about in the garden for the last 2 hours, just trimming a few things away, de-weeding a little bit in the borders. And I was not intending on doing that today. That was not scheduled in to my plans. So I'm a little bit behind on work now. Although I don't really mind that, because especially on days like today, I can just take my laptop outside, sit underneath the parasol and just do a little bit of evening admin. But I've just come inside because I have another bridal unboxing to do with you guys. This has been a bit of a bridal heavy haul, but especially as I'm kind of like in the depths of hen do planning, I'm really feeling the bridal vibes at the moment, and especially because it really is wedding season. I'm seeing so many girls who have been getting married recently, and I'm so happy that they've had gorgeous weather for their wedding. So this is actually a very, very lovely delivery from Blink Brow Bar, which the first thing I've discovered is a drink. And I did actually text Alex earlier saying, dinner al fresco tonight? He was like, 100%, I am there. There's nothing lovelier than a lovely drink that accompanies an al fresco dinner. So we actually have here the Bridal Blend. This is from the Lockdown Liqueur company. Is that how you say it, liqueur? I know in America they say like liquor, but to me, L-I-Q-U-O-R, liqueur? Liqueur? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm struggling here. I'm really sorry, but this is the Lychee Martini. Small batch premium blended cocktail. So it's got vodka, lychee, lime, and rose syrup. And this might just be the perfect little tipple to have tonight with dinner. I'm thinking in some lovely glasses over ice. This would just be so perfect. I've never really been much of a martini girl, but I'm excited to try this because I do love lime and rose syrup. I feel like that's going to be a really delicious one. I wonder if you can shop this. I'll see if I can find it and leave it linked down below, because that is going to be a perfect addition. And then I'm not going to tell Alex about this one. This is going to be something I'm going to keep to myself, but how cute are these little macarons? Oh my gosh, they are absolutely adorable. We've got, I'm guessing, a strawberry, maybe a lavender, and a vanilla. I absolutely adore macarons, so that is my pudding sorted for this evening. Then we also have some lovely goodies sent over from Blink Brow Bar, and I do really need to start thinking about my brows, because I've never really been the kind of person that does a lot to my brows. I get them done every so often. I kind of tweeze the monobrow whenever it starts coming back in, but other than that I just give them a quick brush up. So I'm quite excited to see what I can kind of do further to help with regards to my brows, because especially when it comes to my wedding, I want them to be looking as beautiful as possible. So we have a few products here that I'm really excited to try. First up we have the eyebrow pen. Now from the looks of it, it is like a really angular detail pen. So I think this is going to give a really gorgeous colour to my brows. This is in the shade Chai, so I think it's going to be really great at filling in those gaps, because I do get gaps quite a lot, like around this area. So I think that's going to really help. And then we have the Ultimate Arch Definer, which is in the shade Indian Chocolate, which is a little bit darker. I'm interested to see what this is actually like. Is this more of a brow pencil? How fun is that? Oh my gosh, I love that. That is absolutely adorable. And I'm guessing this is more of like a pen. It's a little bit thicker than the other one. This is the kind of thing that I used to use quite a lot, and I've just fallen out of the habit. But the thing that I always use is brow gel, and I'm really excited to try. This is the Brow Build Gel, a thickening brow gel loaded with tiny hair-like microfibers. Best for sparse brows, brows that could do with a little definition, and brows that you wish were thicker. And again, this is in the shade Chai, which I think is going to be such a perfect shade for me. Oh my goodness, I love the packaging as well. How beautiful does that look? And I just love to give my brows like a quick little brush up in the morning. That looks like the perfect colour for me. I'm very much like a kind of bronzy brown, and my brows are actually quite a lot darker than my hair, so I like a colour that's maybe a little bit lighter than what my brows actually are. We also have the Brow Boost, which I've never tried before. This is a serum created by the experts from the original Brow Bar, a natural brow treatment with active ingredients to strengthen brows and promote thicker, fuller hair. Best for brows that won't grow, brows that you wish were fuller. So the directions say brush through cleansed eyebrows once a day. Use daily for 4 to 6 weeks for visible results. So if I start using it now, I'm gonna have perfect brows by the time my wedding rolls around eventually. This sounds absolutely amazing. I think I'm gonna have to add that into my evening routine. Oh my gosh, again, the packaging is so beautiful. It just looks so luxurious. I'm so excited to try that. I wonder if that would work with your lashes as well. I'll have to look into that, because it does say avoid contact with eye. Maybe we'll just stick to the brows with that one. We then also have a clear brow gloss, which again I really like, especially on days when I'm not really wearing any makeup. I just want to give my brows a super quick little brush through. This sounds absolutely perfect. Again, look at that packaging. That is so stunning. This is the kind of thing that I use most of the time, just something that's super easy. Look how fine that little brush is, just to give you a quick little brush through of your brows. I definitely think I'm going to reach for that a lot. And then we also have a couple of bits for my eyes as well. We have the iconic tubing mascara. Now, I've heard quite a lot about tubing mascara. I think it is because of Beauty Brow Bar. They have been kind of pioneering it, and it's supposed to be really good at like elongating and thickening your lashes lashes, so I'm really excited to try. It says here that it's like a set of lash extensions in a tube. This clever tube mascara contains 3D polymers that form a tube-like coating around each hair. So what I've seen some girls talking about is that when they take it off, they basically just kind of pinch their lashes and pull, and it literally is almost like a tube around your lash that just pulls off. So it's also supposed to be really not damaging on your lashes, which sounds ideal. I'm very, very excited to give that a try. And then lastly, we have a couple of masks which sound absolutely amazing. These are the brow and eye masks. Promote brow growth and hydrate and illuminate under eyes. My goodness me. So it looks like it's literally a mask for both. So it says here, a fast-acting brow and eye sheet mask enriched with coconut extract to seal in moisture for younger-looking hair and luminous skin. The rose extract calms and soothes. Caffeine boosts brow growth. Marula oil, rich in protein, adds shine. Plus hyaluronic acid helps to prevent signs of aging. Oh my goodness me, this sounds perfect. I love that we've got 2 in there. I'm definitely going to rope Alex into using these with me. They literally look like little superhero masks. That is hilarious. I can't wait to try those tonight. So some gorgeous new in goodies from the Beauty Brow Bar. Thank you so much for sending them over. I'm so back into like wedding planning mode and like wedding hype mode, especially being a maid of honor who is in charge of a very fun hen do very soon. So I think I'm gonna head downstairs. I'm gonna get us both a glass of this lovely martini, and I think I'm gonna sit outside and enjoy the sunshine for the rest of the evening. So I'm gonna leave this vlog here. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing the new in pieces, the gorgeous jewelry bits, lots of new bridal bits, and some more garden updates. Nothing makes me happier than the garden updates. Honestly, it just sets my heart on fire. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you got to the end, comment macaron down below in your comments so I know who got to the end of this video. I just want to open these up now, give them a try because they look absolutely delicious. But I hope you guys enjoy your evening. Have the loveliest day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.